At least once a month, I have to do a very detailed clean of Beave's enclosure. I clean it and maintain it daily. In fact, I have to change the water a couple times a day. But what we have to do once a month is take out all of the tarps that are underneath those black mats, because when he gets in and out of his water, he's tracking the water onto the green tarp. So I have to pull the black mats out. I have to get to the green tarp. I have to clean all the water off. Then I replace the green tarp with new tarp. I also have to go into his igloo, take out all the bedding. And one thing that Beave loves to do is when he shreds his logs, he brings all of that bark into his igloo and it accumulates over time. So this is a very big clean out. It takes a lot of time. Again, we do this at least once a month on top of the daily maintenance that I do every day, keeping Beave's enclosure clean. Every morning, I usually take out Beave's bedding and make sure that it's dry. If it's wet, I obviously wash it and then I dry it, put it back in. But at least once a month, I have to go in here, take out all of the wood chips. Then I sanitize all of his blankets. He loves these fleece blankets. I don't put towels in here because they will shred, but these fleece blankets really hold up well. Obviously, he has all of his food that some of it he's eaten, some of it he hasn't. So we need to clean all that up. We don't want it rotting in his enclosure. And then with the green tarps, as you can see, sometimes what he'll do is he'll chew on the mats because he is a beaver. So nothing is off limits in here. So we have to take these mats out. We have to replace these mats because obviously we can't put them back. Then we're going to take out these green tarps. We're going to clean them all off. Most of the time I have to dispose of them because we can't reuse them. So I go through a lot of tarps at the hardware store. So then I replace all the tarps back down, and then we're going to actually today we're going to put some new black mats down that we just purchased. And then we put it all back together again, and hopefully we get about another month out of it. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take everything out of the enclosure. That's including his logs, his toys, his igloo, and then most importantly, we have to drain the dirty water, which is not so bad right now, but there is beaver pee in there. So we're going to drain this. We're going to take the whole tub out, and we're going to get it ready to then pull the mats out. So the new tarp is almost down. Most importantly, we have to tuck the edges in underneath the cage. So this part I always need help on. And after the tarps, then we're gonna double layer the tarps. After they're down, then we put the black mats down. The reason why we put the tarps down is because the water still leaks through the black mats. Now, the good thing is right underneath this pretty disgusting carpet is concrete. So it's not a big deal, but we try to keep the moisture as best as we can off of the carpet. Now that we have all of the tarps down, on top of that, we put the black mats down. Now we basically put everything back in Beave's cage. Beave couldn't wait to get in the water, so he's in the water while I'm filling that up. But I'm taking all of the logs, putting them back in the cage. The most important thing is, as I talked about this before, he strips these logs, as you can see with the bark. So what I do is I check these logs, and if they're stripped clean, then I replace them with logs with fresh bark logs. And then after that, he should be good to go. It's about dinner time, so he'll be eating soon. and going back to sleep because he is nocturnal now, so he's a little disturbed. When Beave is outside in the pond swimming, he does eat the wild vegetation around the pond. But of course, as a rehabbed beaver, I have to make sure that he's getting all the nutrients. So this is his typical meal. This is dinner time. So every rehabbed beaver will always get kale, very high in vitamin. We always give an apple. He loves apples. He just started liking apples. Avocado for the really good fat. Beave always loves grapes as a treat, so we include those. Sweet potatoes, his absolute favorite. Pears, half of a pear. And Beave likes tomato, but he actually likes to play with the tomato, so it tends to keep him occupied. So as a rehabbed beaver, he gets a really nice balanced meal of a lot of fruits and vegetables that hopefully will help him grow. So while Beave enjoys his dinner, I'm gonna go upstairs and start my dinner. Thank you so much for watching our video. I do hope you enjoy it. Beave, time to say goodbye.